Hello everyone and welcome back to Voxel Tales. My name is Dan and this is episode 15 of our ongoing modded Minecraft shenanigans. Last episode we built our friend Iris a house/shop in the hopes that she'd let us demolish her current one, and in a bit of positive news, she said yes to the move. Which is good, because otherwise I would have looked even more of a dumbass than usual. Anyway, take a look. Alright crew, let's go see Iris. And of course she's not at home. Oh, wait, there's somebody over by the river. Is that her? I think so, it's her hair, but her outfit's changed. Looks good. Hey Iris, enjoying the view?
Oh, hi Dan. Yeah, I like to come down here in the morning, it's so peaceful. Did you need me for something?
Kinda. I need to bulldoze your house.
And a good morning to you too.
Before you say no, I've built something to hopefully sweeten the deal.
The deal where you demolish my house? That deal?
I know it sounds bad, but trust me.
If you say so.
What do you think?
Well, it's lovely, but I don't see what it has to do with my house.
Well, I was kinda hoping you'd accept this in exchange for your house. It's a shop and apartment combo.
You built this for me?
Yeah, do you want to have a look around?
I can't believe you've built this whole place for me. It's crazy. You are crazy. I don't know what to say.
Well, how about I like it and I'll take it?
You're serious, aren't you?
Well, I mean, as I ever am.
Well then, yes, I love it and I'll take it. Thank you.
And there we go. Iris has moved in and I can officially take down her old house. So let's do that right now. For realsies this time. After taking down Iris's house, I grabbed some dirt and took the opportunity to do some landscaping, primarily to smooth out the gradient leading down to the riverbank. Inevitably, this highlighted the fact that the blaze containment dome, the sheep pen, and the cow pen were going to have to be relocated. It's not that I didn't already know that, they're just some of the niggly little jobs I was putting off. Although realistically, I do need to make a barn to house the sheep and cows for winter, and now I don't really have a choice in the matter. Iris's old house was always one block lower than mine, and now that it's gone I can raise the land directly in front of the shed to have a nice flat space to work with. The next morning I decided to tackle some of the overgrown grass at the other end of the village. This meant reassembling the lawnmower, and the construction of a less powerful engine for it, although I just couldn't bring myself to even consider making the weakest available engine, and so I ended up with the second weakest copper engine instead. If I'm honest, it still feels too fast for a lawnmower, so I might have to build the weaker engine at some point anyway. It just feels like I'm missing stuff and have to keep re-going over areas. Oh, sorry luggage. Well, maybe don't be right in front of a moving tractor. On the plus side, this engine still has enough oomph in it for doing drifts. But where the heck did he spring from? Excuse me?
Greetings, friend. I'm wandering salesman. Can I interest you in rope or possibly bomb? It makes the big boom.
Sure, I just need to go and grab some cash.
Certainly. I will wait here for you. Yes, very good.
Yes, let me grab some fat stacks and I'll be back. Sod it, I'll just walk. And he's gone. Brilliant. Oh, never mind.
Greetings again, friend. You have the monies now?
Indeed I do.
Very nice.
I think I'll take a few of these copper lanterns and a couple of firework stars?
Excellent, thank you. See you around, friend.
Yeah, cheers dude, see ya. Well, wasn't he just a charming gentleman with an excellent moustache? Anyway, enough of that. Think I'll just park it up here for now. Oi! What have I told you about moving on your own? Do you want to stay assembled or not? Because I could just as easily put the rest of you in this chest. That's better. After zipping inside to offload all the seeds and plants I'd collected while mowing, I headed over to the zombie grinder because I remembered seeing a couple of tomes in the drops chest. Blimey, there's 4 in here! Time for a little level up, methinks. Right, 1 point each for Constitution, Strength, Intelligence, and I guess Dexterity. Okay, so you might have noticed that I'm quite fond of the Yuushya Townships mod. Well, the devs have a companion mod that I added at the same time called Yuushya Modelling, that adds a bunch of tools that let you manipulate entity block properties. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. And among other things, they let you change stuff like the scale, rotation, and offset of the entity. And best of all, there's a tool that lets you convert any block into an entity, which I'm sure you can imagine opens up a whole world of possibilities. In creative mode, you just select the tools from a menu, but in survival you gain access to them with the Painter's Treasure gift box. The recipe requires yellow wool, an empty gift box, and an encyclopedia. The gift box is basically just wool and a gold ingot, but the encyclopedia requires we craft some more esoteric items, with names like Shimmering Pearl, Will, Sparking Flame, Fate, and Everlasting Wood, Origin. It kinda feels like if I bring all these things together I'm gonna end up summoning something, but we shall press on. I'm pretty sure I have all the stuff we need to make them already, he said, jinxing himself. Yeah, see, I've got blaze rods, blaze powder, I'm literally holding more than enough gold. I didn't have enough iron, but one quick trip to the iron farm sorted that out. Alright, Shimmering Pearl, Will, crafted. Next up, Floating Bloom, Mildness. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any snow. Got everything else, just no snow. Yep, got lapis, got the clay, and got the poppy, but no snow. So onto the back burner that goes in exchange for Sprouting Dirt, Newborn. See, this is no problem, I just grab my shears. I'll just make some more shears. And there's gotta be birch and oak trees in the woods over here. See, the woods provide once again. And Bosch, Relic 2. Okay, I know I have everything for Sparking Flame, Fate, except for fire charges. Gunpowder, blaze powder, coal. Easy. Alright, 3 down, 2 to go. Okay, Everlasting Wood, a Viagra party gone wrong. Needs a book, logs, kelp blocks, and bone blocks. Dried kelp in the create box. Kelp blocks acquired. Pretty sure I've got a couple of bone blocks. Oh yes, exactly 2. Get in. Logs for days. And a book. Okay, Everlasting Wood, Origin, ready to go. That just leaves the difference between snowmen and snow women. And for that I will need Nature's Compass and Feeler. All the actual snow biomes were thousands of blocks away. So I opted to go to the nearest mountain range and get some snow from the summit. Good enough. Let's go, luggage. No, okay. Let's go in the morning, luggage. Hiya, Philo. You ready to go on a trip? Excellent. And it is this way? Nope, this way. Okay, and away we go. I love this bit. And touchdown. Good job, Philo. Alright, don't go too far. I'm gonna go gather some snow. Why can we only have 16 snowballs in a stack? We can have 64 snow blocks in a stack, but only 16 snowballs. It's so dumb. Anyway, I think that'll do for now. Time to go, Philo. Oh, actually, before we go, I'll set a waypoint back to here for future. And turn on the base waypoint so we know we're going the right way home. Alright, off we go. Oh, there's Iris's house. Who did a good job flying home? Yes, Philo did. And that is Floating Bloom, Mildness, collected. So now we can put all these into the crafting table. And by your powers combined, I am an encyclopedia. The world is watching you. Well, let's be honest, it's a very small percentage. But hi, if you are watching, how about subscribing if you're not already? It's free, and I'll love you forever. So without further ado, let's get this made into the Painter's Treasure Box. Right, I guess we place it on the ground, but how do we open it? Guess we just break it? Oh yes, there we go, tools galore. Now we just need an official looking toolbox to put them in. And of course there are toolboxes available in the Create mod. I'm not putting Create tools in it, but it be what it be. Couple of gold plates, a chest, a gear, and some leather. All very doable. God, do you remember when we had no resources stored and making anything at all was a massive chore? Certainly glad those days are behind us. Done. And we'll dye it red because I think it's a good colour for a toolbox. Fantastic! Although I'm not overly on board with it only carrying 8 items. Hang about, where's the one that turns stuff into an entity? You know, the important one. You can't see, but I'm pressing to bring up the crafting recipe and nothing is happening. So we did all that to get all the tools except the one that makes the other tools work and you can't craft it in survival. Well, screw that noise. I'll not do this often, but I'm giving myself one, and I'm doing it on camera so you can see it and that I'm not hiding anything from you. Because I honestly think it's an oversight on the devs' part. I mean, what's the point of having all these other tools if all you can use them on are already existing entities, most of which are mobs? Anyway, now we can turn any block into an entity and use the tools on it. Like this one that lights them up. The only downside is that when we break them, they turn into one of these blank entity blocks and not the thing we turned into an entity. So we just have to be totally sure when we change something, which is no biggie. Right, while I'm in a tool-making mood, we've already made the mason table and the carpenter's table, but there's also a tinkering table and a loom table as part of the chipped mod. So let's build those and maximise our chipped potential. And you can go here, and you can go over here. Lovely jubbly! Okay, so I've got this idea for the front of Iris's place. Have you ever seen a building with a wagon wheel mounted to the gable part of the roof? Well, I want to do something like that with Iris's house. But A, it would need to be a large wheel to not look silly, and B, the building is a 2-block centre, so getting the wheel in the middle would have been impossible. Well, not anymore. If we make a traffic totem, we can make 4 Yuushya wheels, which I think would be perfect for our needs. So, first thing tomorrow is into the stone cutter with our little anime doll. And now we have wheels. Okay, so right now Iris should be down by the river, so let's see if we can get this done before she gets back. First we install a couple of copper lanterns to keep the mobs away at night. Then we pillar up. And put a wheel on the wall. Pop down our toolkit. We'll need the scaler. And the shifter. Then we realise we've forgotten the entity tool. One moment. As I was saying, we use the entity gourd to make the wheel editable, and then I fast forward through me adjusting the wheel. There, I think that looks pretty smart. I'm sure she'll like it.
Dan, stop doing things without asking first.
Oh, it's you again. Not heard from you in a while. Go away. Right, the next tool I want to add to the arsenal is the Chisels and Bits chisel. I'm sure this mod needs no introduction, but just in case. If you imagine that a standard Minecraft block is made up of 4,096 tiny blocks, the Chisels and Bits mod lets you literally chip away at those tiny blocks and collect them to be used elsewhere. Almost as if you were removing the individual 3D pixels, or voxels, of the block. Well boys, we've done it. We've finally managed to work the word voxel organically into an episode. It's only downhill from here. Go team! Now I'm going to put these back because I'm not making anything with them right now. Right, what else can we do today? Our food situation could use some TLC. A Dan cannot live on apples and chicken nuggets alone. We made the Cooking with Blockheads recipe book a couple of episodes ago, and there's an upgraded version of it we could try to make. A couple of diamonds and crafting tables. Sure, why not? Oh, and once we've made it, we can incorporate it into a kitchen upgrade. Fantastic. A couple of minutes later, and I was upstairs with my fancy new cooking table. Ooh, a spot of nighttime renovating. No. Not next to the armchair. There, much better. I also made a frying pan, a cooking pot, and some bowls to go in their respective slots of the cooker. Then, as best as I could ascertain, the fourth slot was just for a second frying pan. So I made another one until I'm told otherwise. Next morning I went and rifled through the stuff left over from Iris's house. What's the use of being an independent general contractor if you can't use the leftovers on your own house? I ended up replacing the counters with more practical cupboards, then transported a bunch of food upstairs, only to find out that I was still missing some vital food prep tools, like a knife and whatever an all-purpose food press is. So I made a couple of knives, and a cooking board, fried up some eggs, and made an egg sandwich. And much cooking later, I ended up with a decent store of cooked refrigerated food, which is much healthier sounding than it being in a chest in the basement. With a full belly and an upgraded kitchen, I went back over to the leftovers chest and grabbed a few bits to upgrade the rest of the shed. Starting with the windows, which I replaced with the posh ones we used at Iris's. Much fancier. I also added flower boxes under the windows, and even put some flowers in them. Then I noticed that the bird that was in the roof alcove when we built the windmill was still there, and realised that it must be stuck, so I let the poor thing out. Go, little bird, be free! All this renovating is thirsty work, so I made one of those food pressers and used it to make myself some fresh squeezed orange juice. Which is delightful, because I'm not allowed it in real life. After noticing that I'd neglected to replace the back window, I remedied that situation and turned my attention to the back of the shed. Grabbing a bunch of the seeds I've amassed since the series started, and planting a little garden out the back. I still plan on making an automated greenhouse full of all the plants, but there's no harm in having a little patch we manually attend to. These grape bushes wouldn't go in tilled soil, so I planted them out front. Oh, for crying out loud. You know, I'm getting a little bit sick of this crap. All I've ever wanted is to be left the hell alone to live a peaceful, quiet existence with the people that I care about.
There he is!
But no, there's always got to be some cockwombles who just won't get the message that if you keep turning up here, I'm going to keep planting an axe in your skull. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second there. Where was I? Oh yeah, garden. Gonna put a little fence around it, keep the mobs out. Can even extend it up the sides of the shed, I think that'll look quite nice. Yeah, I think I like that. Put one of those copper lights out here too. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good. So there's one last thing I want to try before we call it an episode. Need a couple of item frames. And I don't know how well this'll work, but... Haha, nice! It's like a little statue. And I can have one of the painter over here. Fantastic. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you've liked the show, then consider subscribing and leaving us a cheeky like or a comment below. I've been Dan, this has been Voxel Tales, and until next time, be good. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. Bye guys.